Michael.
I need to help these people. Fuck Hollywood. Fuck the movies, man. Fuck it. Jack Lemmon needs me. He needs a Val job, God damn it.
When you finally made it, did you ever go back to Ray's place to kind of maybe go, hey, Ray,
pull in for some gas?
Right.
You're pulling for some gas, see who the new kid is.
With a fake flat tire or something.
I've rolled in there a couple of times, and it's kind of a funny feeling.
Right on.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother life, 1,000 years ago.
I think I backed into one of the pumps one night in a limo. I knocked the damn thing off the pedestal.
Sorry, Ray, and just
Sorry,
pull
Ray.
away. Yeah.
There goes that son of a bitch.
Get back
I
here.
remember him. Stupid kid. We needed him. Motherfucker.
You always have the intimidating guy roles or anything. Growing up, were you like that? Were you kind of a troublemaker? Were you kind of just a nice guy with a low, intimidating voice?
My parents divorced when I was young, and we moved around an awful lot. My father was a Chicago firefighter, and we just were constantly on the move, so I was always like the new kid, you know?
Yeah.
Whenever you're the new guy, you tend to, hook up with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
A lot of my pals were kind of dangerous, and I learned my lesson early on about those kinds of things.
Yeah. Did you must have taken something away from them and brought it into your acting.
I don't know how I made it because most of them are dead. So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. I was, parents divorced and then moving around a lot, and the same thing. You fall in with some real fun people when you're
always looking for new recruits.
They're looking for new recruits, so you get in. Yeah, you're the new
you
kid.
get in easy.
They were exciting. It was the only thing going on,
Yeah.
I was like, sure, let's go rip off a car. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Fuck it.
Breaking into houses and stealing horrible turntables.
Sure. Oh God, I stole a turntable of a church one time. Jesus. I did. I swear to God, I went to this youth group. And they had a youth lounge. They had a really bitchin' stereo in there. And so, like a couple nights later, I went over there and I took the damn thing and I put it outside in the bushes underneath the.
Yeah, you had to stash it first.
Yeah, stash exactly. Right? Yeah, you know how it goes.
Yep.
How do you know? See, you're just
I used to do that.
So you understand the mentality.
Same
stuff.
stuff.
I went back and got it, and I put it in my room, and
you have to let the heat blow over and see if like anyone was onto it, and found it where you stashed it or something like that.
Scratch it up a little,
Yeah,
I found it.
Yeah,
I found it. Look at this thing. I found it.
And then when you realize the heat's not on, I took a bike.
Thing.
I was going to Dana Hills High School when I lived out in California, and I used to walk home, and I didn't want to fucking walk, so I went to the bike rack and just grabbed the bike. And I rode the bike, and I stashed it in the woods, kind of under some shit where we used to go with the horses. And as we were going through one day, I went, "Hey, wait a minute, what's that?" And I go, "Holy shit, a bike! I found a bike!" And my father goes, "All right, we got to call the police so they could take it down to the police station to see if it was stolen."
No, Dad.
So I'm like, I was like, "Oh, yeah,
let's do that."
They took it down there. The cops told me if it's not claimed in 3 months, it's mine.
3 months.
And 3 months later, no one claimed it. So it was mine.
I felt bad about the church thing, but then again, the whole reason I did it was because the priest was like hitting on my mom,
Jesus.
At least he wasn't hitting on you.
That was
exactly. Yeah, it could have been worse. Then I would have burnt the place to the ground. with him in it. Okay? I had to wait until he was in there doing his spiel and set the whole fucking place on fire. And burnt that motherfucker up with the whole place. It was bad enough he was hitting on my mom, okay? We're out there singing the hymns and he's hitting on my mom. Okay, you fuck. Guess what I'm going to do later today? I'm going to rip off your youth lounge, okay? I'm taking your stereo system, you freak.
So it was completely justified.
Freak motherfucker.
On your mom.
Yeah, come on,
That's
my
not
mom.
right,
What's
man.
he doing? He's supposed to be a man of God. He's like hitting on my mom.
That is not right.
Jesus Christ. Come on, man. I'm glad I stole that goddamn thing.
Is he the most intimidating guy we've ever had on the show?
I love him. Jesus Christ.
Top of the list. Most intimidating guy right here, man.
Open and honest.
No shit.
I'm a dad with 6 kids, and I'm really, I played dangerous people, but I'm,
I actually saw an interview with you where they showed your house in Malibu and your kids, and you was just this nice, peaceful guy, almost like it was almost.
Well, he writes poetry, right?
Yeah, well,
you do a little poetry
lately. I kind of got over that. It was fun for a while. I wrote a lot of stuff, and then finally one day I just figured that's it. I got nothing else to say. I mean, I wrote a couple of books, and that's it. I really don't want to repeat myself. The leaves were blowing across the driveway. Frank Sinatra's dead. What am I going to do now? I'll have another shot of whiskey. I'll light a Lucky Strike and take a walk in the rain, Thinking about Frank, It's like, oh, Jesus, Michael, God.
What the hell are you writing?
It was fun while it lasted.
that was actually kind of good.
Oh, it's in there. You got to get
Conjured
the
up
book.
an image. It really did.
It's available. He's got an actual book out. It's
Frank
on
Sinatra's
Amazon.com. Yeah.
Conjures up an image. Do you you drink or give that up?
Once upon a time, when I was younger, that was definitely the thing to do. I mean, I think I probably, well, sure. I mean, I never lost my mind, but sure, yeah. I mean, it's you got to know when to say when, and you have to wait till you have to wait till after work. Put it that way.
Oh, did you ever on the job? You ever drink on the job?
No, it's kind of dangerous, especially if you have to jump out of a Hummer onto the flatbed truck, or you got to fall through a plate glass table, or you're shooting off guns. You better be careful, and you can't be hammered. That's how accidents happen.
Yeah, who the hell is that one guy? It happens every so often.
Yeah.
Oh, John Eric Hexum?
Yeah, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, he's had a blank gun. You put it against his temple and pulls the trigger, and you're still getting the same force coming out of the barrel, and the thing put a piece of bone right through his brain.
Yeah,
what the hell are you doing? It's a gun, you idiot.
A movie set can be a dangerous place. You got to be careful. You got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you handle a lot. Do you shoot guns at all? Real life?
I got a Winchester pump. I got a 12 gauge shotgun.
Home security.
Keep talking. You're making Anthony hard.
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's a nice gun. A Winchester pump. Yeah.
Look at that.
The gun actually used to belong to Steve McQueen.
Oh wow!
It's the one that he used in The Getaway. When he goes in the gun shop and he gets the shotgun, he takes the shells, he puts them in his pocket, he wraps it up in paper, and he goes outside and he tells the cops to lay down in the street, and he starts blasting the squad car in slow motion.
Sam Peckinpah.
He kept that gun, and he really liked that one. And years later, I became friends with his son Chad, and me and Chad were hammered one night. It was my birthday, and I was over at Chad's, and he knew that I was a big fan of that picture. And he gave me the shotgun. He gave me Steve's shotgun. So
that's a fucking present. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it kind of was. That's a nice thing to have around the house.
There's a guy whose career transcends time. There are people now that are huge McQueen fans that weren't even alive when he died.
Steve was much too young to go away, but God, what he left behind.
Yeah.
I mean,
great movies.
Yeah, well, there was a different time, and there was a different kind of directors back then, and there was a whole different mindset.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I was born in the wrong era.
Yeah. A little earlier would have been a little better.
Yeah. I mean, the guys like Peckinpah and some of those cats, they're making some pretty good pictures.
That was some sick shit, Peckinpah, man. It's like, this isn't graphic enough. Let me slow it down and just see shit flying out of their backs. And
he's up on the crane with a tumbler of vodka, a bar on the set. Those were the days, right?
Yeah, well.
Made some great movies, yeah.
Yeah, he sure did. I know his godson, Joseph Culp. He's Robert Culp's son.
Oh, yeah?
Told me some good Peckinpah stories, yeah. He told me that when they did, when they were doing Wild Bunch, that at a lunch break, Ben Johnson and Bill and I guess they took some chickens and they buried them in the ground with only the head sticking out on top of the dirt. And then they were all get back with their rifles, and they were going to take a target shot and see who could blow the heads off. But the chickens, once they're buried in the ground, they go like they fell asleep. The heads just go like this, like they're dead. And they just fall asleep, and they're like, oh man, this ain't going to be no fun. We're going to pop their heads up, but they're sleeping. You know, this isn't right?
That isn't right.
And so apparently...
if they're up clucking, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
but sleeping, that's not right.
So apparently Mr.
Jesus
Peckinpah...
Christ. Come on.
Apparently Sam Peckinpah, apparently him, or maybe it was Warren Oates, one of the two of them apparently went over to the sleeping chickens and squirted Zippo lighter fluid on all their heads.
Oh my God.
It woke them up, yeah. And they were awake then, man. And then